there I was, recording and editing my Minilad Stadium video. Yeah, you know, it was going really well. I mean, you lot really seemed to enjoy it. But I said something quite interesting in that video. But in my opinion, this isn't the hardest justified emotional blow Mini has had to endure. I think I may have been wrong. Yes, Minilad having his stadium taken away from him is a gigantic blow. But I've found something that may even eclipse that. The Thirst Project. The Thirst Project is a non-profit organisation that aims to solve the ongoing worldly water crisis. They do this by building wells in developing poverty-stricken communities. The issue that they're trying to solve is huge. But what does this organisation have to do with gaming YouTuber Minilad? Cast your mind back to 2018. The world is a really different place. You know, we were all a little younger, Smash Bros was released, and Minilad was one of our favourite creators. Minilad, him still being a respected member of the YouTube community back then, decided that he was gonna give back to the world. To do this, he decided that he was gonna partner with the Thirst Project and raise some money for them. He didn't just raise some money. He raised a lot. He raised over $150,000. This is one hell of a feat. But Mini didn't just stop there. After raising this humongous sum of money, he then travelled all the way to the Kingdom of Eswatini to help build the wells that he raised the money for. These wells have since been able to provide clean drinking water to over 4,000 people in the local communities. Obviously, the Thirst Project, yeah, they were pretty happy about this. So in 2019, they anointed him as a board member and awarded him the Cameron Boyce Pioneering Spirit Award at a conference known as the Thirst Gala. He was the first person to receive this award after it was renamed. Mini uploaded a video about this whole thing on October 7th, 2019, which has since gained over 1.4 million views. In this video, he goes over some of the things I've just said, how weird it felt that he was getting an award on the same stage that the Golden Globes get handed out, and how he was super psyched that Adam Sandler gave him a standing ovation. Everything was going pretty well for Mini, but, and I feel like I've said this a million times lately, 2020 hasn't been so joyous for everybody's favourite lad. Recently, a few people have been commenting on my videos and letting me know that Minilad is no longer with the Thirst Project. And you know, this sounds like a very real statement. But you mustn't just believe something if somebody says it's true, regardless of how plausible it may seem. In light of these comments, I decided to launch my own evidence hunting investigation. To start, I looked for articles about Mini no longer being with the Thirst Project. Nothing. I scoured YouTube and other forums looking for videos and such talking about this topic. Nothing. I went as far as to ask the Thirst Project for any comment or any statement on this situation. Nothing. I had no leads. But then I decided that I wasn't gonna look for any. I was gonna make my own. What is the evidence, or lack thereof, behind these no longer with the Thirst Project claims? Well, firstly, you may remember that I stated that Minilad was placed on the board of directors. This was true. He even said so and showed something on the screen in the video I was referencing earlier.
I'm a big Thirst Project advocate. I actually became one of their board of directors maybe 3 months ago.
Let's have a look at this exact scene. Since this video was uploaded in 2019, this is the 2019 version of the website. So let's compare this version with the latest version, the 2020 version. I mean, here it is, and do you notice anything different? I don't know about you, but I can't see Mini's face anywhere on the screen. This may seem like concurrent evidence, and I'll come back to this later, but let's dig a little deeper. Yes, his face may not be on the board of directors section, but what if Minilad stepped down from that position voluntarily? What if his schedule didn't allow him to hold such a position for time reasons or heavy stress loads? Minilad isn't just Craig Thompson. Minilad is a brand. This brand used to have close to 6 million YouTube subscribers and a parent net worth of close to $4 million. This brand raised over $150,000 for the Thirst project. This led me to the partnership section of the website. On this section, you can see all of the Thirst project's partnered brands, and it has been stated that Minilad was once partnered with the Thirst project before he was promoted to a board member. Once again, I don't see the Minilad logo or the brand name anywhere. Craig Thompson's face is nowhere to be seen on the team section. What about the Trailblazer Ambassadors section? He's not here. Of all the places that the Craig Thompson face should be found on this website, you can't find it. I delved into the website further, looking for any reference to Craig Thompson or the trip to the Kingdom of Eswatini in 2019. Nothing. This monumentous accomplishment, nowhere to be found. It seems like the only true references to Mini's African adventure is his video and one Geeks and Gamers article. I looked in the description of Minilad's video for any specific references, but the only thing I found was a link back to the exact website that I had just left. Any links in the Craig Thompson or Minilad About sections? Nope. Anything on his Twitter? Nothing. His Twitch? Of course, there wasn't anything. I was stumped. I couldn't find anything. I had no evidence to back up the claims I was investigating. My investigation, it was pretty much a failure. But then I remembered a very specific website, the Wayback Machine. To give a very brief summary, the Wayback Machine lets you view older versions of websites. In a last-ditch effort to save my investigation, I decided to take the URL of the Thirst Project's website and put it into the Wayback Machine. I did this so I could view previous versions of it. I wanted to see the last time that Craig Thompson's face was on the board managers section. According to the Wayback Machine, Craig Thompson was last seen on the Thirst Project's board of directors section on the 13th of June, and the next date I could get for this about section is the 4th of August. Having a look at the one in June, here's Craig Thompson. Having a look at the one in August, where is he? His face? I can't find it. It's not on this. So why exactly am I placing such big emphasis on this? What else happened to Minilad in June? If we have a look on his Twitter, we can find this. On the 25th of June, he admitted to the damning allegations against him.
Missouri.
Based on the evidence I have found, I think it's pretty safe to assume that what we've all been saying is true. The Thirst Project, they've kicked Minilad, be this to save their own brand name, a sense of great disgust in Mini's actions that goes against their overall vision statement. Regardless, it doesn't take away from the fact that Mini is no longer with them. To combat the statements I made earlier, that it takes too much time and it's too stressful ones, Minilad was incredibly enthusiastic about the Thirst Project. In this video, he goes on about how he's gonna still raise money for the Thirst Project and help them out in the future. If he was to leave them based on the reasons I just said, I'm willing to bet that he would still be credited on the Thirst Project's website and that there would be an easily accessible statement outlining the conditions of his departure. There isn't anything of the sort. It's almost as if Minilad has been wiped clean from the website, as if he never existed. To go back to my original point, the eclipsing of the stadium emotional blow, the stadium, yes, it was a huge accomplishment in Mini's career, but it was only just a local rugby stadium. The Thirst Project is a worldwide organization. Mini helped build wells in a poverty-stricken land that would have, not may have, saved lives. The boys at the rugby stadium, they got their new investment, but their lives weren't at stake if they didn't get it. Minilad helped provide water security to an area that had never had it before. The organization that helped him accomplish this mammoth feat now want nothing to do with him. If the stadium was his crowning achievement, the Thirst Project, it was the collection of jewels that covered the crown.